Okay, hello. This is Froda, and I'm here with a little break from our adventures with Geralt in Witcher 3. This is, as you can probably tell from the screen, Cities Skylines. This is a city builder game in the vein of SimCity. Excuse me. It was released maybe 6 months ago or so, and I'm gonna turn out the music a bit. And also probably the chirper. What? Excuse me. This is a game along the lines of SimCity, where you're tasked to build and create and manage your own city and grow it. So it's a city manager. It's developed by a Finnish developer in Finland called Colossal Order, and published by Paradox Interactive. It's released, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. It is if you are a fan of the city builder genre, or if you enjoy SimCity and games like it, you will adore Cities Skylines. This game is an amazing city builder. It is not only fantastic in its vanilla version, but they have updated it several times with new content, completely free content, by the way, and many sorts of upgrades and tweaks and sort of changes. It is fully supported by the developer and the publisher, and they also, as you can probably see from the Steam Workshop stuff right next to it, they also fully support modding this game in all forms, which is just amazing. There's a gazillion mods for it, and I have a gazillion mods in this game, quite, to be perfectly honest. Those three... I was gonna turn one off. Because it was giving me an error, I think. I'm not sure which one it was, though. I think it might have been the traffic report tool. So you can see there's a gazillion mods for it. So there's custom maps. I have several custom maps here that I've downloaded. Those are my save games. These are custom assets that I've downloaded. So these are custom buildings, intersections, vehicles, monuments, parks, parking lots, all kinds of things, just for added flavor. Color correction sort of changes the way things look, and of course the mods themselves that actually change the behavior of the game. This game is so, like, they're so cool behind it. They actually shipped it with a few mods: the hard mode mod, the unlimited money mod, and the unlock all mod. These actually came with the game. You know, I thought I like this game. I like games like this game. So, you know, guys want to watch, we can sure, you know, start a little city and see how we go. I've done a couple I'm relatively successful at it. I've never really gotten a city up to more than about 100,000 people. The hard cap on population is 1 million, I believe. I have never even come close to that. The closest I've come is maybe about 100,000. So I've gotten to maybe 1/10 of that in my largest city. So it's a really fun game. It's really kind of, I find it relaxing. It's not particularly stressful. It's just kind of nice and fun to play. And while away a couple of hours, just sort of poking away at a city. So it's really fun. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and start up a new game. As you can see, my game is heavily modded, so I will sort of point them out as I use them. So, we might, so this is a really nice, sort of interface for choosing your map. You can see here, the natural resources available: oil, ore, farmland, and forestry. You can also see the amount of water present on the map, and you can also see what kind of outside connections there are. Of course, every map has and must have a highway connection, but there's also rail connections and shipping and airplane shipping and airline connections. And you can also see here suitable area for building. So this is your actual usable building area on the map. 74% is this one. This one has 53%. This is 84%. There's most of the maps that shipped with the game have quite a bit of land available, and they're maybe not particularly challenging. Islands can be kind of challenging, I think. There's only two rivers. This is the only map that it doesn't have any shipping connections, because there are no shipping lanes to the ocean. It is an inland map. Every other map that shipped with the game has shipping connections. Every other map that shipped with the game has all of the connections available to them. I have a couple of custom maps here. La Riviera. And Tanasi River. I might check that out, actually, because I haven't actually really touched these. I've downloaded them, but I haven't really used either of them. So I think I might choose Tanasi River, and we'll see what it looks like and what it does for us. You can make your traffic be left-hand. I don't, because I'm a dirty American, and I prefer right-hand side. That's what I know. That's the correct one for me. So yeah, I'm gonna start. I don't know. What should we name this? I'm not even sure. If you have name suggestions, we can sure check that out. If you have name suggestions, leave them for me, and I'll take that in consideration. You can name just about anything in this game, right down to the little people wandering around your town. You can name them. You can name cars, you can name shops, you can name neighborhoods in your city, as well as the overall city itself. It's pretty neat. The customizability of this game is just fantastic. So Okay, let's do Frodotropolis. And let's give this a look and see where we go. So yeah. It has a little chirper, which is their little funny way of, you know, copying off Twitter, that gives you little updates sometimes about your town and what people in your town think of it and things like that. But this, this game, I really like it because it doesn't dump a lot of things on you at once. There's a very nice progression of growing your city. So you start out with a few basic things, and then it sort of gets more complicated as you go along and as your city grows. So here we are in Frodotropolis. I know all of the I, of course, know all of the tutorials, so I don't need to. I don't need the tutorials. I wish there was a better way to make the tutorials go away. So, yeah, what we have here, we can see we start with a square, a nice little square, and this, if it looks a lot like SimCity 2013, it's because it is. It's the same square mileage, or it's like a 1 square kilometer plot of land, which is the same size as what you start with in SimCity 2013. However, the difference here is that you can buy more of these plots of land as you progress and as your city grows. In the vanilla game of Cities Skylines, you can buy up to 9 of these plots of land. You can have up to 9 of these plots of land. So effectively, you get a 3x3 square city, or you can, but of course you can get them in any configuration that you like. I'll pause it here. And I actually have a mod that unlocks, because the map, of course, is bigger than 9. The vanilla game lets you choose 9. But I have a mod that unlocks all 25 plots of land. It allows you to eventually purchase and build your city on all 25 plots of the map. So you can have a very, very large and sprawling city with many suburbs and downtown areas and farming communities and forestry and oil mining and whatever you want. You can just sort of throw them all out there and connect them all up with highways, and you can do all kinds of crazy things. So it's really fun to do. But of course we start as we do in any map. This is a very heavily forested map, I gotta say. Lots of forest. And we'll get into the specializations a little later. But we start as we usually do with a city builder with, we have a highway connection here. There's also rail, but I can't use the rail quite yet. So we have a highway connection here, and we need to build a road to get started. You start out with literally only 1 road available to you. You have nothing else. And literally all you need to do to unlock more is build a little bit like that, and now we have more roads open. So we also have a 1-way road and a dirt road, and a 4-lane, and a 6-lane and 6-lane 1-way. Highways do not open up yet, but we do have some. There's a few downloadable things that are unlocked too. But these are our basics. And so that's a good way to. That's a good place to start. And we need to now. We need to find some places for our citizens to live. Let's check out our info views here. I wonder, do I have? Well, the first thing we want to do is check out our wind. because the most efficient way to power your city, we will need a way to power our city, is wind power. So probably the very first thing we want to do is plop down a wind turbine. And these dark areas here show us how high the wind is and what are the good places to place a wind turbine. Yeah, so keep in mind that wind turbines power up, it depends on wind velocity. You can see strong winds as dark blue areas on the map and the estimated power output next to the wind turbine when placing it. So here we can see 8 megawatts estimated production, which is the max that wind turbine can produce, 8 megawatts. So this is a really good place to plop our first wind turbine. So we'll do that, and then we're going to need to eventually power that up, but first let's lay down some roads. We cannot see a resources map yet, so I'm not going to worry about it. What I'll probably do is we'll continue the highway. I cannot actually do a proper highway yet, but I can do a 6-lane one. I can do a 2-lane one-way. So yeah, one-way roads, the traffic moves in the direction you draw the road, so it's gonna continue this way because I'm drawing it this way. So I'll put in probably 2 grid spaces here, and like that. And then we will, I want to keep, you know, you want to try to keep your industrial area separate from your residential, simply because, you know, the industry has a lot of pollution, and you don't want to pollute your citizens. So, yeah, we have a number of road tools: curved road, freeform road, and an upgrade tool, which is nice. I stick with. I tend to do weird little things often, so you'll see that happening pretty quick. So we need to make a connection. I know the game is paused, so we do need to make a connection between these 2 roads. That's a good one, I think. And then, I think we'll, do, you know, something like this, probably. Like that. And you can see, if you want to do a perfect grid city, it's really easy to do. Like, that's a perfect grid. And that can be our first industrial area, I think. And we'll get a... actually, what I'll do... that's good, okay. And then I will, and I'll probably... oh, goodness gracious. Toggle snapping... No? No? You can't do that? Okay. Well then... Elevated roads. Yes, I know about elevated roads too. Okay, so we have a one-way going into our industrial area, and one way going back out, and then these are all just 2 ways. This is helpful in traffic management, which is not really a big deal right now, but it will be very soon. There's our economy panel. Yep. It will be very soon. Trust me, it will be a huge problem very quickly if you do not pay attention to your traffic. If you don't pay attention to your traffic issues. So, you know, that's something you really need to pay attention attention to right from the beginning and sort of plan for, you know, plan for ahead of time. So, yeah, we'll continue building a couple blocks. I don't want to overextend myself too quickly. And because we need to get power and water, into this city, into this town. So, that's a little crooked, but that's okay. It's not supposed to be necessarily a perfect grid. I don't necessarily need it to be. But that's alright. So, okay, then now Now the other thing you need, of course, is water and waste dumping. So, what you need to do, we have a water pumping station here, and this is very important. You need to check which way the current is flowing, because you do not want to dump your wastewater into your drinking water. So, you put the water pumping station, say here. And this is the water drain pipe, and we'll put it downstream from the water pumping station, and then we need to hook them up, and then we need to run pipes to our town. So this is usually, you don't really have to do much with it. So you just need to make sure that everything is covered by the blue area, by the blue area around the pipes, and that way it will have water. So see that white area there, it does not have water. So we would hook that up like that. And now we need to make sure that we also have power running to our city, which we will do like this. As you can see, there's also now a blue aura around our wind turbine. We place a power line within that aura, and then build it this way. And then what we'll do is we'll start zoning. So we have some low-density commercial here, and we'll use maybe marquee tool, and paint that, and paint that, and paint that, and then we'll hit play. So now we have buildings, and they have power, and they have water. Because, as you can see, our power grid is now in place. So as long as we sort of keep putting buildings near each other like that, they will continue to extend the aura of the power grid, and you will not need to place any more power lines. So that's a good way to do it. So I think we'll probably continue to build some residential along here. Just fill her in. Now you can see our residential demand is starting to fall a little bit, but it's still very, very high because they still want some. They want to live here. They're dying to live here, which is great. We're still losing money, so we need to make sure that we are paying attention to that. let's speed it up a little bit. And now we can see little houses. Look at that. Got a nice little... It's very hilly. Nice little town popping up now. Some cute little houses. It's very cute. Okay, so now our commercial and our industrial demand is rising exponentially. So what we'll do is we'll start putting in some there. And there. And this will probably require me to build some more power lines. In just a minute. They'll start building some industrial buildings, and then we'll need to do some more power lines. While we're at it, though, let's go ahead and extend this road this way for a commercial district. They are going to need power. What? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Y'all need some power. Y'all need some power. Nobody's... Uh-oh. Oh, that's right. See, this is... See, it's been a while since I played this game, but I completely forgot. You do need to power your water pumping, too. So, let's extend the power line like that. That, and so I don't want to cut into my zoning. That's my problem. There we go. Now they should all be powered and have water. Alright! See, I remember how to play this game. Kind of. So now we've got a nice little industrial zone. Ooh, it's so dirty and industrial. And we've got some little businesses here in our little business district. And we've got some houses in our little town. Very nice, very nice. Alright, so, our power grid should be a little bit better now. Yeah, so we do not need this. So our population is growing very nicely. And we have more demand for residential. We can probably take care of some of that. Should hopefully be able to. Oh, and now we are officially in the green. We're making money, so that's awesome. Did not take us long at all. So our businesses need more workers. So you know, we should probably set about you know, getting some more people in here. we should probably be hitting a milestone pretty soon. This game is very nice with the milestones. You hit certain milestones and it gives you a, it unlocks a lot of new things, population milestones. And, it makes you feel really good, like you made, like if you achieved something. And so that's really cool as well. Oh, there we go, see? Reach a population of 360. We are now a little hamlet. So we have unlocked taxes, so we can now adjust the taxation of different zones. We can also take out a loan, and we have some new services, which we need to take care of very soon. We now need to place garbage, healthcare, and education services. So we've unlocked the elementary school, a medical clinic, and a landfill site. So we do need to plop those pretty soon, quite frankly. So, yeah, what we'll do, and you also get a nice little influx of cash every time you reach a milestone as well. So, very soon we will need to plop down we need to do this immediately, pretty much. So, let's plop down our landfill. Now we'll have garbage service for the city. And we should also put down a medical clinic. This will, help with our health services in town. So I'll put it here near the residential and commercial areas. See, that makes them very, very happy. And we have the money, so we might as well plop down an elementary school as well while we're at it. Let's put it over here. Start educating our citizens. That also makes them very, very happy. And higher educated citizens means for happier citizens, means for a wealthier town. It also means they will take on higher level jobs, especially once we get things like office buildings opened up. Why is the power... Oh, I think our power... Yeah, our electricity availability is dropping exponentially. We need a new wind turbine. So it's very simple. We just add one of those like that. That doubles our electricity. As soon as it starts running. Yep, now we're back in the green. So, we have a bustling little city. And you can probably already see, well, maybe not, but see, that's where we're dumping our water, and we are pulling it out from there, and it's flowing very nicely, so we're not getting sewage in our drinking water. So, let's lay down a couple more roads, maybe. I'm sorry you didn't like that. Still good on water? Oh yeah. Electricity is what you tend to run out of pretty quickly. Water usually pretty good for a while. But they will very quickly tell you when they need more water. So that's nothing to worry about. But you can see houses. Yeah. So we have a little info window on individual buildings. So we can see what's happening here. And we may already be seeing some, educate more citizens, yeah. So here we have, this is, looks like a triplex, 3 households. We have 12 people living here, 6 adults, 2 teens, and 4 children. And we can see what we need to get it to upgrade. It looks like it's already upgraded once, but it says we need to educate more citizens to allow the building to be upgraded. So, yeah, we are working on that. Education takes a little while, as you might expect. The kids have to actually go to school a little bit. But right now we're okay. Elementary school is operating capacity. We're 144 of 300 capacity. So that's not too bad, not too bad. We do need more residential. You don't actually need a lot of like commercial zoning. You need way more residential than you do anything else for the most part. So let's go ahead and oh, that's gonna destroy a house. Somebody's gonna be mad about that. But you know, them's the breaks. Them's the breaks. So we'll just do a little bit more, you know, of this. Pause this for a moment. Okay. And then we'll do some zoning like this. And there we go. Now we should be good. Should have water mostly. So, we're trucking along pretty good here. Garbage service is great right now. Healthcare service is pretty good. Education, yeah, you can see when they're red like that, it means that they're not being educated. They are, it just takes a while to actually happen, but it will happen over time. We can check our taxes. We are only taxing everybody at 9%. I tend to like to bump it up to 10. Because that's a good, I feel like 10 or 11 is a good way to go. We are making quite a bit of money, which is nice, so I'm not too worried about taking out a loan right now. So I don't think we need it just yet. Or, yeah, at all. I'm usually pretty good about managing things so that I don't need to take out too many loans. Ah, there we go, and now we have another milestone. So now we're at Worthy Village. So you can see we've already unlocked our first new 2-kilometer square. I'm not going to worry about buying that yet, though, because our town is still so tiny. We also have some fantastic new features. Districts, policies, a second loan, industry specializations, which is very nice, and some services policies. And we have a bunch of new services as well. Fire department, police department, and some unique buildings. Now we have some industry specializations. These are our very first industry specializations, and we'll go into that in a little bit. We have forestry and agriculture, which are fantastic, very nice. They don't have a huge profit margin, but they are very eco-friendly and they don't pollute very much. We have some new policies: power usage, water usage, and smoke detector distribution. And of course a police station and a firehouse have opened up to our use. So, we do, once again, we want to plop our new buildings as soon as we, pretty much as soon as we get them. We especially want to do a firehouse, because pretty much immediately we will start getting fires. So I am going to plop down a firehouse, probably about here, because this gives us the most coverage of the whole area, including the industrial zone, because industrial zones are very prone to fires. And I will plop down a police station as well. I'm not going to worry about unique buildings just yet. These are fun, but they really aren't worth bothering with until you have a much larger city. So I'm not going to worry about that too much yet. So, you know, I think we have a really good start on this. And, I love this little thing here. Down and Out Burger. I think I downloaded this one. But it's it looks like an In-N-Out, and I live in Southern California, and we have these on pretty much every corner in Southern California. So I of course had to put it into my city's Skylines game, because I just, you know, that is the burger joint, you know, for us Southern Californians. So, you know, I think we're doing pretty good here. You know, our town is very nice and very orderly right now. We're at 700 people. We're making money already, and, you know, so I think we'll, you know, leave it there and pick it up next time and do a little bit more expansion, and, you know, maybe check out some districts and some industry specializations.